he's now shut off his bike like somewhere close. He'll like do a little bit of a rip, stop. Then he got closer and he's now stopped. So I'm like, why does it always go like this? Why does it always? The dirt bike's really close now. Yo, another day, another search for a bakery in Lota. It looks good. Colorful, it's got the beach, and it's got vibes, man. I'm seeing so many different sides to Chile and it's awesome. What? That's so cool, man. Panaderia, perfecto. Chile, man, how cool. People are very proud of their country, I understand. That's a flag, I don't know how well you can see that, but looking good. La panadería, che. Wow. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Tenés pan normal también? ¿Normal? ¿Sí? Perfecto. Quiero comprar un poco de pan normal y 2 cookies, por favor. Gracias.
¿Cuánto de pan?
¿Perdón?
¿Cuánto de pan?
Para, no sé, 6.
A ver, no veo.
Es un bonito pueblo. Es linda el pueblo, sí. La playa, ¿viste? Wow. Por peligrosa. Ah, por gente robando. Mal. Mucha gente extranjero. ¿Extranjeros son malas? Gente de Venezuela y dices así, okay, sí. That is some view, man. Again, like another warning. I don't know how well the GoPro mic picked up what she was saying, but she was saying, it was kind of funny. People aren't racist, I swear. They're just aware. And she was saying, extranjeros, like foreigners, but not like you. Oh God. That's terrible, but more bordering Latin American countries, foreigners from those countries have come to Chile and caused the crime rate to go up. She was really nice. She was just saying for me to take care and like be careful with all my stuff and to watch out. She said something about when you ask for help, people are friendly and will help, but then be careful if they want more from you. So I didn't really get that last part, but no, she was nice and just, it's almost, I've got a bunch of abuelas, like grandmas and mums here in Latin America that really just want the best for me and Patty, so it's so adorable. I think we're not on the highway again, but we're going through like a neighborhood outside of the beach, so this is kind of how people are living. They're just chilling. Still like similar style homes and colors, which is nice. Look, Lota, what a vibe, man. Shoot, I was just gonna stop here, but I think there's actually 4 street dogs just over there, and like a home, I don't know, like 10, it's not a 10, it's like a temporary home setup. We're not gonna call it anything else. Alright, let's keep on going. Shoot, there was like a baby in there. I could see from like the doorway. It's tough, man. It's tough out here. I always get into some like messy, not messy, but just interesting spots for mate each day. And this is today's vibe. we didn't want to go to the beach, and the beach has all these issues where it's like tuk-tuk can't drive there, Paddy can't enter the beach, things like that. So nonetheless, we're at like a train track in like a city, and we'll hear a train before we see it, and Paddy can just be off leash and we can be fully chilling to get a mate into us before we continue down the road. So I was just tired of like driving highway. I was like, nah, Tori needs to stop. I want to eat this cake that we bought as usual, because we don't just see a bakery and think, oh, let's only buy bread. So yeah, we're gonna hook in. Man, I forgot what driving inland through Chile means. It means plenty of tolls. This is toll number 5. And I do miss Argentina, where it's just a couple pennies. Here it's a couple bucks every time. So toll number 6, we're probably racking up about 12 bucks so far. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Gracias. Oh, perdón, tengo una para ser gratis. Okay. She did not want to borrow me, man. I forgot I paid the last toll, so I'm too busy filming, and then I was just talking about the price. Nonetheless, the lady at the last toll told me, don't pay for the next toll because it's free, because you already paid for this one. And I had the receipt in my pocket, and I paid. She printed off the receipt. I said, oh, I got the free one. She's like, no, pass, you're good. I can't complain about the price of tolls because I'm paying for tolls I don't need to be paying for. Just a highway day, you feel me? Got these yellow blossoming trees either side, pretty much the whole way. They're pretty nice. So we've chosen the faster route today, going straight shot directly south rather than staying on the smaller, less used roads over near the coast. When we get to the next name town in like 40 k's, I think from there there's a way I can head out east again to join onto the coastal route, and then from there we'll start looking for a wild camp. So we've just turned off that one dirt road. Now we're onto a slightly rougher dirt road. We've just had a SUV pass us as we were turning off. I thought they were like following to see what we were doing, but now they're not interested in what we're doing, so that's good. I love these setups, eh? But like yeah, full lock on a twig held together by barbed wire, so that setup's always pretty funny. But nonetheless, if a logging truck does see us back here, they'll definitely be wondering what we're doing regarding like what a tuk-tuk's doing. Shit, well, that's something. That looked like it was a van with the workers in it, transporting the workers, the forestry workers. And it's just me like sussing stuff out. If we see a gap in this thick undergrowth, we could try to send it, but you gotta be careful not to send it and then find a cliff or two like that. That looked like it could eat a whole tuk-tuk. Tati, what's up, yeah? I think she's excited. So that seems to be the go. We just turn off a bigger dirt road onto a small dirt road, and now we're on the smallest dirt road that we've come across. I don't know where we are, man, but we're in a little bit of a dumping ground. I don't know, I'm keen to let Paddy out so she can chill and we might explore on foot. That way just looks like a dump. We've just come from this way. We might walk this way. Hey, Patin.
So this is our current location, shown with the photos I took later on while flying the drone to further scout out the area.
Break. Good girl. What's this way, huh? At least, like, if we're camping near dump, Patty's pretty chill on, like, not mucking around with it. Like, she gives it a sniff, but she's not one to fully, like, start eating rubbish. So, hey, that's glass. Come on. Yeah, I don't like this. So, oh man, Tori's looking good. It must be the weirdest sight to see this thing rolling down your local drive or your avenue in your town. I don't know why I go so extra with these wild camps. I'm just looking at what we can bulldoze through if we need to. But to be honest, like, it's more about it, what section they're foresting. I'm just seeing a gate up ahead. But if they're not foresting down this way and it's already 4 PM, we just won't be bothered pretty much. It's weird, people go to a pretty far extent to like dump, like that's that's countries like this, I guess, where they make it quite expensive to legally get rid of stuff, so people like have to resort to going out of the way. I did see it's a $10,000 US fine if you're caught dumping on the side of the road, so I guess that's why. Wait, what a good ear. This looks like we're heading in the right direction. So our tuk-tuk's down the right path. We came to these crossroads back here and it's looking like a tuk-tuk sized clearing just through here. We'll go just get the tuk-tuk after we check this out. This looks like the spot. Patty's on the sus. Like, a car could get down here, but it'd have to barge through quite a bit, whereas the tuk-tuk just gets through nicely. And we don't even have to go that far down this path. I think we could kind of just stop out of sight from the road that way and yeah, chill the night. This is nice. I do have to do some mechanical work just as a recurring thing. We're now 600 kilometers overdue to change the oil and stuff like that. We'll bring the tuk-tuk at least here. Hey, Pati, come. What you see? Hey, come on. Good girl. So then we'll just walk down that way, but looks like it starts to slope down, so I'd rather just sleep on a flat. That looks perfect. This is cool. Relax, Pati. I'm like ducking my head as if I'm gonna get hit, but no, there's a full windshield in front of my face, man. Hola, Pati. So this is as far as I kind of wanted to come. Perfect. Perfect. We arrived. We're pretty much on the flattest dirt
through this path and we're alone and in serenity. I think I can hear a distant chainsaw having a go, but yeah, like very distant, so it's all sweet. We'll go check out what's down this way. So Paddy's down this road. It's real steep, so that kind of counts out the tuk-tuk, especially if it kind of rains or this gets more moist than it is. Like the tuk-tuk, if we went down it, wouldn't get back up. But I was looking down it because there's this fallen, it's not a complete tree, but a few twigs that would discourage a car. And you can see where the tuk-tuk is there. So that's where we're gonna stay. That's on flat. This is where it comes down and like starts going downhill. But if it kind of flattened out, it almost would have been perfect. I could have like lifted this tree, got the tuk-tuk across, left it in place. But nonetheless, that'll do. Especially like work will probably stop and if not soon, like in the next hour. So yeah. My other thought was I didn't mind this. The tuk-tuk could get in there and potentially loop around this corner, but there is a lot of barbed wire in that. At least Paddy's aware of the barbed wire, so so she's not like I crossed over it to go check it out and she didn't really want to follow me, so she was like, she was aware of it at least, which is cool. So yeah, nonetheless, gonna maybe pretty much chill out, wait for the tuk-tuk to cool down, do a bit of the mechanics. The positive at least to camping in a dump, I picked up this bottom one, will just be to catch the oil, and then I'll put it safely into the Pepsi bottle, which has a cap. So just, yeah, recycling, and then I'll find a rubbish bin along the way to dispose of that correctly. Yeah, so I'm honestly still living on, like, I've still got another 6 kilos of rice, another probably 8 cans of mixed veg and lentils. That's what dinner's tonight. Same as last night, the night before, and the night before that. Big chillin', hey? Aren't ya? See. I've just finished off dinner. My heart's like kind of beating. There's a dirt bike kind of circulating around. I'm just like, just bunkering down into some editing. It's 7 p.m. What are people doing out in the forest at 7 p.m. other than camping? Alright, I can't hear the dirt bike anymore, but it got close and I heard some like rustling in leaves just on the other side of these trees. So I was like, frick, please no. Yeah, you can kind of maybe see that I'm nervous, but because like, well, the dirt bike, I can hear it again, but the dirt bike's really close now. Frick. My thoughts were like, maybe it's like a ranger security for the area doing the rounds. And I thought that was the worst case scenario. But then I'm like, maybe the worst case scenario is that it's just someone enjoying the park and they could be more dangerous. It's weird. He's now shut off his bike like somewhere close. Like, he'll like do a little bit of a rip, stop. Then he got closer, and he's now stopped. So I'm like, why does it always go like this? Why does it always, well, we get to the stealth camp, it's like we almost are complete stealth, but there's always one little complication in it, just a little bit of spice. Turn the bike back on. Frick, I just get like a little mini heart attack every time. He's just turned the bike back on and now he's gone further away. Maybe he's just doing little rips in this section there. You can hear he did a breath. Alright, enough of that. I think at least now I've had a little bit of time, I'm like, what would I do? I'd kind of like get Patty out so that she's visible and she's aware and alert. I'd leave this door closed. I might even get this pink blanket, chuck it over the stuff at the front while I'm editing, because at least I don't have the tent up, so I'm like, I'm not committed yet. I can still, in a matter of a couple minutes, put everything in securely and shoot off. Yep, dirt bike's gone. It's looking like we're in the clear, ladies and gentlemen. All clear that way. All clear that way. Tranquility, how good. So we made it through the night, and yeah, my first thoughts are like, alright, let's just get out of here, because potentially, yeah, it's a weekday. Forestry workers are going to be coming soon, through any time, and we don't want to be, yeah, just, it's best that we're packed up and we're out ASAP. And then I forgot, oh, I'm like really urgent to do this oil change and everything. I didn't do it last night because the motor was still slightly hot, and I have to kind of take it a bit apart to like recalibrate some things. So I was like, all right, I'll do it in the morning, and forgetting like how I feel in the morning after a wild camp, I'm like, let's just get everything packed up ASAP and get out of here, get on the road. Dad was always saying like, son, find some cement, find a clean spot, but it's not that easy to it's not that easy to. Está bien. Relax. You okay? Yep, just doing the final check of the campsite. Tori's warming up. As we're ready to go. I'm in a weird mood, like I can feel it. We're just moving really fast, and it's like out of complete necessity. We're wild camping a lot, which creates a lot of freedom, but not every wild camp I feel even comfortable or safe to stay in. And that's fair enough. I think it's weird as well, like it's a very solo way to travel. You're very disconnected from like the rest of society, and you don't have those little interactions. Like on a day that I wild camp, the only interaction that I really need to have is the one with the person working at the bakery and maybe the fuel depot if I need to fill up, but sometimes I can go a full day without if I'm just using Big Blue. So yeah, and being offline as well, like traveling without the SIM card, it's all very disconnected. So hola, are you okay? You okay? Relax.
I could have probably let her run these 500 meters that we're driving. Anyway, it's just, yeah, another day of driving, another day on the road, another day in this routine. And we're about 500 kilometers from the Argentinian border that we're gonna cross at. We're heading on out, we're on the road again. Yeah, we're feeling a lot better. I do sometimes just have to get out on the road and yeah, a bit of music. It changes the vibe up completely. I met a fellow traveler recently, and I asked her, she's a bit of a veteran. She's done like over 100 countries, traveled solo. And I was talking to her and I was asking, how do you like combat against loneliness? What she mentioned was, what you gotta understand is loneliness isn't a bad thing. It happens to literally everyone. You could have everything, you could have surrounded by friends and family, and that you'll probably still get feelings of loneliness. And that really helped me as well, know that, yeah, it's just a feeling and feelings pass, but I know that 95% of the time I'm like really good and I'm loving what I'm doing. So that maybe 5% or 3% where I'm feeling a type of way, it's just normal, and that's really nice. So this too will pass, this paddy hugging and get the oxytocin rolling, music vibing, and the good times going.